one. Good morning and welcome to a beautiful day in Perthshire. Looking back down towards Pitlochry there. I'm heading up just through the golf course. I'm heading up to Craighour to Ben Cathro's downhill test track that he built with his friends and volunteers during lockdown to do some testing for when he finally gets back into UCI World Cup. So it's in 3 stages, it looks like. Steepest and slipperiest at the top, so kind of shorter stage by the looks of it, and then you get this middle fast flowing section with jumps and gaps, and then a bottom section which looks a bit more natural, combination possibly of the two. So I'm interested to see how, with someone like myself, your kind of average weekend warrior, someone who doesn't get on the bike as often as you'd like, to see how I fare up against a track like this, and just on a trail bike as well. So we'll wait and see. I'm looking forward to get up there and to give it a shot. So at the end I'll put a bit of history for the area, a bit of the history and background of Pitlochry, and I'll tag it on at the end. So once the mountain biking's over, just a wee bit at the end, because what I find is when I've been going to certain places and people sometimes ask me questions about it, or if they're tourists to the area, any particular area, they're always interested in finding out a bit more about the place they're riding and not just kind of travelling around and just doing the kind of turn up and pedal up and send it down. Okay, so I had my sight and run, checked it all out. A few things I'm going to avoid. Need to be seeing somebody else doing it because there's a few kind of sketchy landing points and entry points to things that could double in the logs, but I'll try and send most of it. But I don't want a 4-hour round trip and then just go and bin it. Ruin my days. I just want to get used to this track. It demands a lot of concentration, and I felt like my suspension that was just at its limit for some of the things. So here we go. Ben Cathro's walk a talk Pinkbike downhill test track Pitlochry. 3 sections. This is the top one, and I'm going to be taking a wee line to the left. I'll end in the rock slab because I fell in that one when I was practicing. Here it is here, new line apparently. So this was here before. I don't remember seeing it. So sliding, crazy. Yeah, this is going to be absolutely lethal and wet, I think. Oh man, totally out of shape at all. There we go. Lost all the speed. Lost the front there. Awkward corner, remember this? Take it easy. That's the top one. Middle section. Dropping in. Quick jump. Take some bumps. Shit, man. Whoa. I know if those boys were going for a double. Warp speed, Mr. Taylor.
Nice.
Here's a step down, somewhere in here. No, not feeling it yet. Oh God. And kick up. Oh. Okay, rock drop up here. Just slow down here. Go off the side. Oh, it's over the bars there. Grabbing the front brake, silly. Oh, superb, flows so well. My goodness, what a track. Oh, I could wax lyrical about that right now, but eating my breath back, my adrenaline, jeez. I don't know if it's even more when you're on your own and there's no one around. You start thinking, what if? You get rid of those thoughts for that. That was superb, absolutely superb. I love thought that's probably one of the most natural, flowy, yet technical downhill trails I've ever tried. Absolutely. Okay. If I had the time or an e-bike or the legs or whatever, I'd just go back up and loop this one. That is superb. Top one, I just felt like I was slightly above my skill level to do that one justice. Too heavy on the brakes, not enough confidence in my grip, and hey, that was that. So I'll keep my thoughts for the outro. I need to go down here. Damn, I should go down again. That's so good. I wouldn't fancy it in the wet though. So down here, apparently I'm going to go along here and turn left for the last section. Okay, so middle section, then we do the bottom one. I'm only going to get one run in it, so I'm definitely just go by what the video footage is like, which and then you go up here and you go to the left. Just sort of roll. Oh man, that is another one here you can roll, I think. Oh, it's so good having the video. Oh, this is good. Oh, they're building another track with yellow markers. Okay, so a bit more warm here. Now I just know there's going to be a big off camber section, and it's off camber in the GoPro, so it's going to be even worse. I think this is it here. Oh yeah. Oh, there we go. Lose the front end. Oh, I think that's worn away. That didn't look like that in the video. Oh man, this is sketchy. Jeez, oh, how'd they carry their speed through this? Oh, mess. This one's actually more awkward and technical, I think, than the other. Oh, there we go, this must be the end. Yeah. That's pretty good. Okay, yeah. Good, not my favourite. Because I didn't do it justice by sliding my front end away there. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna head back up. Okay, time has conspired against me here. Unfortunately, I can't get back up. I don't have time. I need to be in Dunkeld in about 20 minutes. I'm going to go for a family cycle. I've got bikes booked there. So I can't get back up the top to try that top section again to try and redeem myself. But yeah, it wasn't the best way to warm up. It's just to try that top section. Middle section, but I'll tell you all about that once I get back down. But what I was going to say is this: on the way back up, rather than just returning to the golf course or to Moulin along the kind of fire road and walker's path, if you just head back up this road a wee bit, look up your trail forks for a thing called escape route, and it looks like an old downhill track. It looks like it's joined in from one there, and this, by the looks of it, just take me to the golf course rather than going to the fire road. So it doesn't look like it's very worn in, so I don't know how much it's been used, but just to give it a bonus footage, just to when you're here, if you want to finish off on the downhill track and then cut back up and drop in. So I don't know what to expect. Ride it blind just to see how it goes. So I was going to say it's been pretty dry, but already maybe it's just maybe the drainage isn't as good in this part. I should dry it in more exposed bits. Pretty narrow, obviously not being used that much, but yeah, I don't think we've ridden that much lately. It's way more interesting than sitting on the fire road. Instead, got a rough idea where I think this is going to come out. I think when I come up from the golf course I saw a wee trail disappear into the woods, and this hopefully should take me there. Now, right in a rut. Oh, here we go. Off into the trees. Let's see where this goes. Looks like it drops to the right. And let's go down here. Oh, nice. Oh. No. Oh, there we go, in the light. Aha, yes it is. And there's the golf course there. That worked out quite nicely. That saved me a bit of time too. So, thoughts for the day. Completely didn't time it right for getting more runs. I won't do more runs than that, but it was absolutely superb, that middle section. Top section, I don't think I did it justice. I need to come back and redeem myself. Oh, there's the golfers go. I'm getting a bit of space up here. There you go. So as I was saying, probably can't hear it for the wind. Here we go. There's the golf course. We'll go to the right. Past course to the right side, guys. Right. So yes, everyone's making a wee pilgrimage up. All the Pinkbike viewers and people are watching Cathro and stuff to see what it's like. All I can say is it is a good test. And the good thing about it is you don't have to be a pro racer like Glenn and these other guys. You can still ride it like I did today on a trail bike. There is obviously more line options open to people if you're willing to send it for the to send it over the doubles and all these kind of things. But yeah, that middle section is probably my favourite bit of track. It just flows so well. You can tell it's been built by a mountain bike and not by somebody at the council on a just on a drawing. Yeah, moving down this way back to the thing. So, thoughts are: top section, steep technical short, absolutely lethal will be in the wet. It was still a bit muddy there, I was sliding all over the place. Need to warm up, I think, for the down again. Middle section, when I come back here, I'm just going to come up and just loop probably the middle section. Bottom section, the top part of that was good. After that, maybe I was tired. Maybe it's just there's kind of ruts developed on the off camber. Maybe that's just excuses, but I just couldn't get that one to work for me towards the end. But maybe after a few goes, I'm sure it'll make sense. But all in all, what a place to hone your skills. And I think it's got more potential. I think the Tweed Valley has, for long enough, has kind of held this sort of the spot for the top destination mountain biking. I think the Highlands are, with places Dunkeld and Lagan, Perth and Pitlochry, Aberfeldin, like with Inverness and all the places around there. So it looks like there's some good trail building going on here. And yeah, I'm definitely going to come back. And a final thought I probably have is the thought of maybe getting like a QR code to scan. So unofficial, or soon to be official trails is, oh there's my lift there, is that you could scan a QR code and put a donation in to the trail builders to keep that track running smooth, sweet, like all year round. Because you don't get anything for parking and stuff here, so it'd be a good way to sort of give back to mountain biking community, and might be an idea. It's easy enough to do. Get a QR code, scan it, somebody in charge of it, and just donate whatever kind of money it's necessary to keep running. So that's it. Fantastic, hope you enjoyed it. If you want to hear more about the local history for Pitlochry and surrounding areas, stay tuned, and I'll run this straight after this bit. If not, that's the mountain biking over. History next, so thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned if you want to see the rest. Bye. Okay, so as promised, I said I would try and do a wee roundup, a wee 2-3 minute roundup of some of the history from Pitlochry and this area. Some of the reasons being is that even I bumped into a couple here on holiday. This English couple were up and they didn't know anything about the area, so they asked me a few questions, and I quite gladly gave them as much information as I could and about the history and the culture, and it's obviously enriched their holiday experience. And I said that's probably something I'll be doing on my other videos as well, is to give a wee bit of background. It's not so much just about pedaling your bike up and pedaling and sending it down. It's the areas you go to. That's what I like about mountain biking, is it gets me out to beautiful areas of the country that are historically and culturally rich, and it's good to know about the surrounding area you're going to, not just about what's on trail forks. So that's my opinion. So quickly, I'll rush through this. Pitlochry is a village down there. It's a kind of famous Victorian tourist town. Moulin is where I came through to get access to the Ben Cathro track, and Moulin's a lot older than Pitlochry. Moulin's gone back records till 1,000 years or so ago, and Pitlochry is a relative newcomer, and it came about, if you know about General Wade, after the Act of Union, where the Kingdom of Scotland and Kingdom of England joined in the treaty 1707 under Queen Anne at that point. And what happened was General Wade, in the first sort of Jacobite uprisings, I think 1715, the king at that time, King George I, sent his military chief and commander, General Wade, up to go and find out what was going on with these Highlanders. So up came General Wade, assessed it, came back down, and they were just looking for a way to quell these unruly Highlanders. Came back down saying that the uprising won't be good for the king and for the Union, and with the Jacobites, predominantly these sort of Highlanders, who began to gather, and as a bit of a rebellion against what they saw as the overlord of the country. Whether rightly or wrongly so, it was an act pushed through Parliament. So anyway, King George sent him up, and in doing so he created the General Wade's military roads, which you may or may not have heard of. But these roads, not to be confused with the other military roads built by the Romans, this is the modern ones, which they were used to give quick access for pushing the British military into areas of the Highlands quickly and efficiently. So these roads were direct to places they wanted to quell. They built garrisons, bridges, forts. To this day, some of the names still remain, like Fort William, for example, Fort Augustus. So these British military outposts were then used, like I said, to try and stamp down the unruly quote-unquote Highlanders. So that was the first part, because that shifted the travelling up through Scotland, and it deviated over through the Highlands. Deviate Highlander, there you go. And that's going to do it. The roads deviated away from places like Moulin, further down through Pitlochry. This in turn allowed Queen Victoria, with her then beau, well, Prince Albert, to come up here on their jolly, up to enjoy Scotland, and they liked it so much they decided to buy Balmoral Estate, and since then that's the Royals have taken up the residency over summer, and that's where they come up all the hunting, shooting, fishing types, and the landed gentry from the well-heeled down south used to come up, and this the Highlands were the playground for the rich Victorians. Then in about 1863 the rail network was getting expanded, and that also, due to general needs, military roads made more sense to route it through Pitlochry. So this in turn shifts the populations and shifts the towns over the way, and since then everybody wanted to copy the Queen, wanted to feel like they were royalty too, so it became the place to go, place to be, and they all started coming, flocking here. That's why you get all these lovely Victorian style stone built houses and townhouses built from that era to cater and accommodate for all the tourists coming in, want to replicate the royals on holiday. And there was Pitlochry. Pitlochry itself, here we go, past the Moulin, 1 mile. Oh, I'm back up the track. So good. Back to history, but that's a stop. And Pitlochry itself is going to do pits or lochs. As people think, oh, must we do the lochs? It's not. The loch down there, Loch Faskley and Fiscalwood is down there. That is an artificial loch. That is just a reservoir. It's a hydroelectric dam reservoir which was kind of pioneered here and finished up in 1950. So that's a reservoir. The name itself comes from Pitlochry, which is Gaelic for the stony place town, or the town of the stony place. Bala is Gaelic for town, Cloich for stone. So that's the referring to the terrain topography. So that's where the name Pitlochry arose. And it's a cracking place to come for a base. Pitlochry is a beautiful place. I've come here many a time, and now I've got another reason to come here. It's not just Ben Vraki, the big mountain just shy of Monroe. It's now Ben Cathro and his test track that he built for Pinkbike, which we're going to enjoy. So again, hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed the mountain biking, or if you appreciate the content, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, comments, fire them in. I'll get back to you. Give a good advertisement for an e-bike here. As I said, that guy who was the track builder, he must have lapped me like 3 times when I was sitting on these fire roads. But that's for a discussion for another day. So hope you enjoyed this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you later. Bye.